Hello and good morning, Menervati. My name is M.Zulfadhli, and today I will be presenting my assignment 1 about information design study and research analyzing real-world designs. So let's get off to it, yeah? So the first real-life design instance that I have right now is the caution wet floor sign. Is the design simple? Yes, the design is really simple. It communicates the message really well with its straightforward design. Every element is equally distributed and no element is distracting each other. They're not fighting for attention in there. So for the hierarchy, are the most important pieces of information easily identifiable? Yes, it is. The hierarchy, the flow of information of the design goes from up to down. Plus, this sign is also on the floor, so it's natural that someone would see the first message on the top first since it's on the floor. So the typography, is the text readable and appropriately sized for its function? In my opinion, yeah, it's readable. I would see this very far away and instantly could read because the text, it is big for its size for the type of sign that it's supposed to be, which is a caution sign. So let's move on. So next up we have the Uniqlo website. So is this design simple? Yes, it is simple. Are there any elements distracting or irrelevant? No, no element is fighting each other for attention, and all of the elements are neatly grouped according to their functions. So moving on, the hierarchy. So as a website, usually people will just scroll from top to bottom. So that's how they organize the information from top to bottom. On the top of the website, you can clearly see that there's this category area first, which is the women, men, kids, and baby categories of clothes. And then if you scroll down, you will see that there will be a description of what the page is about. Typography wise, I think Uniqlo nailed it with the typography because as you can see on the top of the website, it is bolded. I think it's to differentiate the types of functions that these texts have. Is this website easy to use? In my opinion, yes. If madam go to the website itself, it's very simple to use. All you have to do is scroll down, and if you want to find something, there's a category button up there. You just press that, and then if you want more information about the page that you're on, you can just click the picture there. Or if you're trying to find more specific, there's a clear search button right here to find what you need. And then there's also a home button, and there's also the profile button. So in my experience, I think this website is very user friendly. So let's move on to the next real life instances. So for the next one, we have a mobile app interface called Grab. So is the design simple? Well, at first glance, it does not look simple. Why do I think that it's not simple? Well, it feels a little cluttered, in my opinion. All the icons and pictures are really packed up together. I mean, it's very reasonable because this is, of course, a mobile app interface, and mobile devices are really small. Are there any elements distracting or irrelevant? In my opinion, the pictures are a tiny bit distracting. Why? Because Grab is an e-hailing service, and then the food just kind of makes me think, as someone that's using it for the first time, I might think that this would be a food courier service. So that's just my opinion. So the typography. Grab does well with the typography. It does use both bold and regular type of fonts. For the bold fonts, they usually put it on icons and headers and stuff like that. But for the number of fonts, it's usually to describe the items that are on the website. Is it easy for users to navigate? It's not user friendly, but if you get used to it, you'll find that the Grab app is actually a simple app to use. You can find anything, you can find everything on the main page, which is good, which is good. It's not user friendly, but it's not too hard to use. So let's move on to the next one. So for the next one is my instruction material. So which instruction material did I choose? It's from my favorite game, Monster Hunter Worlds. So we're looking at the controls on how to attack with your character. right now. Is this interface simple? In my opinion, it's not simple. Capcom did try their best to clutter as much information as they could, and it's not too distracting because everything is cluttered in their own areas. For example, some of controls to draw the weapon is on the top right, and some of the action buttons that need to press to do some moves is on the bottom left. The hierarchy is kind of complicated because your eyes need to look at a lot of areas. For example, like I said, the controls on the top right and then the controls on the top left. But here's the thing, the hierarchy also moves to the left to the right. Why? Because the action control buttons flows from the left to the right. That is the sequence of buttons that you need to press in order to pull off the move. So what about the typography? The typography is for the name of the combos that you can do. Instead of using like the normal text like these, they actually use different colors to highlight the sequence of the combo itself, which I think really helps the player to know what type of combo that they want to know about and what buttons they need to press in order to pull off that combo. So the data visualization, I think it does well with the icons because these icons, they have highlighted areas of the icons to tell the player which part of your device you need to press. I think they did well to visualize what they want to tell the players on what button to press. So I think they did that. They executed it very well. So as for the user experience, I think as a player, I would appreciate the sequence that they put into the instruction material itself to tell me what to press in order to pull what kind of move. So is it user friendly? Not really. Is it understandable? Yes, with practice it is understandable. So that's for my instructional material. Let's move on. What infographic did I take? It is an infographic from the Statistik Tenaga Buruh Malaysia ST3 2023. So, is it simple? No, it is not simple. It has a lot of numbers, it has a lot of text, it has a lot of information all packed in this one page. But are the elements distracting? Not really, because each element plays their own roles in delivering the information. The hierarchy, I think, in my opinion, it's meant to go from top to bottom because that's how humans usually read. Are the most important pieces of information easily identifiable? Yes, they converted the data into statistics like graphs, charts, and then easily identifiable numbers like these. And then does the design guides the users through the content in the correct order? In my opinion, I have no clue what the correct order is, so I think it lacks that. When you look at this design, you kind of just see what catches your eyes first. So that's how I looked at this statistic when I first saw it. So how about the data visualization? In my opinion, I think it did well with the amount of information they have, which is a lot. They put a lot of care into making sure that the graphs and the charts are neatly organized. So I have to credit them that. User experience. Is it easy to navigate the design? No, it is not. I think they could have done it better. Maybe put the graphs bigger and then make these flags just a tad bit tinier and display these information a little bit bigger. Make it bigger so that it's more readable. Because all of these, even though they have fonts that are bolded and some fonts are normal to describe the statistics, it is very hard to read. So that is all from my presentation. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, Madam Reva. And my name is M.Zulfadhli. This is my assignment 1. Thank you, Madam.